Okay, YouTube, what's up? Let's get into it. Okay, so I was watching a live by a sister that calls herself redirecting, and I think I know she's an Israelite. Okay, she's an Israelite, so she was talking about the situation that has been going on with our people concerning um, them moving to different African countries. The main ones that have been talked about are Ghana and the Gambia. And now something is going on in Kenya. So the recent um, video she did concerning Kenya was about a young lady and her family that were stuck in Kenya, okay? They had moved there and I think they were coming back, but before they could, they were robbed of $7,000. One of the Kenyans, conned them out of $7,000. So they're sitting in Kenya stuck. Um, they there's a the young lady has a grandmother, and the grandmother's health is failing, and the care that she needs, she just is not able to get in Kenya. So this is an emergency situation where she needs to get her grandmother back to the States so she could get the care that she needs. All right. So I'm pretty sure by now, if you stay on YouTube enough, you've heard of the many stories of the bad things that are happening to our people, Black American, whatever you want to call yourself. I say American, we're American. People who have decided to just up and move to Africa. And most of them are having very bad experiences. And I'm going to say a lot because I can't say most, but definitely a lot are on their way back. Okay. They're coming back to the States. All right. They're realizing the States is their bread and butter. Africa was not what they thought it would be. The hostilities from the local is unbelievable. One lady was in I forget one country, the name of that country. She was in this country, all right, and she said the people were looking at her like she was the boogie woman. You know, they weren't friendly at all, very cold. Tanzania, yes, she was in Tanzania, and I'm hearing this about everywhere, just about anywhere that our people are moving to Africa. When they know that you are not a local or a native to their country, when you come to buy something from them, they jack the prices up. These our people are buying land, particularly in Ghana, and then they look up, the land is just snatched from under their feet, and they're losing all their money. Just all kind of stuff that's happening. One brother, he got together with a group of people, and they had bought some land and was building. They were building their own homestead. Honey, the government came and knocked that shit down. All right, all kind of terrible things happening. So she also, I want to talk about a case that a lot of us probably heard about. A professional lady a sister was in Gambia. She moved to Gambia, and she had hired a young man to help her, and she was paying him to help her in whatever it is, the business she was running or whatever. So the young man didn't have good intentions for her to begin with. All right. And he ended up killing her, stole $1,000 from her. I'm pretty sure he stole more, and a laptop. And how he killed her was so gross. But when the newscaster from Gambia, a newscaster or some type of official, was talking about it, he went into detail of the gruesome way this man killed her. And I agree, when redirecting was describing it, I agree that he was just he shouldn't have been so detailed and telling what happened to her. He said that he was saying it, because I didn't see the video, but she said he was saying it as if he was talking about a trip to Disneyland or something like that. So what he said, instead of him talking about he could have been like, the man cut her up and chopped her across her neck and all that. But instead of him saying that she, a lot of maybe her main fight, a reason for a fatality had to do with a gouge to the neck or injury, a serious injury to the neck. The man went on to describe the details, talking about the man hit the woman in the neck with a hammer, and then he drug it or snatched it out, and then he went into detail, gruesome detail, just cold-hearted. Okay, so she just started talking about all the other cases that are happening, the things that they're doing to our people. I don't mean to laugh, but she told one story, and God forgive me for laughing because it's not funny. She told one story about a brother, American, come from America, I believe, and he went to, I don't know, did she say Ghana or Kenya? One of those African countries. He had bought some land and planted like either 100 cocoa trees or shade trees. I think it was cocoa. I'm not sure, but he planted 100 of them. So the man left. I guess he came back to the States for a while or wherever he went. When he got back home, somebody had uprooted 99 of those trees. They stole 99 of those trees and left him one. 99 trees. They took their time and oh my God, that's not funny. But you guys, you know what? We've been lied to and tricked about Africans being our people. About us all coming from Africa 300 years ago on a slave ship. Those are lies. We didn't all come from no Africa on no slave ship. Some of our lineage comes from those Africans that came here, but they came here and became a part of our population. Okay, so we're being lied to, talking about that's our motherland. We've been lied to romanticize Africa, the Egypt and the Egyptian things, walking around with pyramids, pointed pyramids tattooed on your arms and stuff like that, and blase. They lied to us. You know good and well your parents and your grandparents never told you was an African. They told you who you were. But since they didn't have the culture to surround you with, you know what I'm saying, to teach you, they didn't have the language anymore. I guess it just kind of like just faded from our minds. They just said who we were and that was it. But you looked on TV, there was Roots, some other dude talking about making up a supposed holiday for us, talking about Kwanzaa and all that. They Africanized us. We did not come from Africa, folks. Do we have some bloodlines from the Africans who have been coming here for thousands of years? Yes, we do. But we're not from Africa, okay? So, we got to get rid of this belief in flat blackness, too. You cannot claim people based on their skin color. People's minds are different. Your people don't look like you, they think like you. And nobody in the so-called diaspora or Africa has the same open-mindedness based off of color that we do. Okay, Africans are very tribal. They don't get along with the African tribe that's sitting right next to them. They hate them to hell. They look just like them, and they probably are the same. But because they're this tribe and I'm that tribe, I don't like you. And maybe they have some history. I don't like you because what happened 100 years ago. I heard that Africans still hate on each other for shit that supposedly happened 1,000 years ago. Now, that's not us. That's not us. And on top of all that, the way Africans think, they have more in common in nature with white people than they do with us. They have, because of the way they think and their culture, they have more in common with Chinese than they do with us, even a Mexican. They don't have nothing in common with us. There is no commonality between us and Africans but skin color and phenotype to an extent. And that is all. Okay? So you're just a cash cow. All right? Our people, we're just a cash cow. We're a cash cow here in America. When you go to Africa, you're a cash cow. All right? And most of us are having, our good deal of us are having a lot of negative experiences. We're being murdered. We're having our land snatched from under us after we've paid for it and went about it the right way. All kind of crazy things are happening to us in Africa that you don't hear about in Europe. I've met like a couple of people from Europe. They don't have these horrible stories about being treated this way by Europeans. I have a friend that she moved to was it Vietnam? Loves it. She didn't have no bad experiences like that with the people, you know what I'm saying? But our people are having multiple back-to-back bad experiences in Africa. It's because you don't know these people. These people they're not the same. They don't think like you. They don't think like us. And they know you got money, because if you can move to Africa, then you got some money. All right, ain't no poor Americans moving to no Africa. So they know they got money. They jacking you left and right. The so-called year return to Ghana was a lie. It was a jack move. I knew it was a jack move from the get-go. How do you know, even if we came from Africa, all of us, 300 years ago, how the hell do you know that your home was Ghana? You had a spit test? Well, that spit test, they told you had this percent from Ghana, this percent from the Congo, that percent from probably Kenya or whatever. So which nation you gonna choose? The one that you like the best? And how can you get a tribe from that? These people are lying on you. They're lying to you, should I say? Lying on you too. Talking about you related to Africans, and that's where you come from, and it's time for you to reunite with your African people. You're going to get used and abused, and they might just kill you. It ain't no joke out there. I keep hearing all these negative experiences, and I didn't mean to laugh at the brother who had planted all them trees, and some Africans came and he planted 100. They stole 99 and left him one. I don't mean to laugh, but it's getting to the point now that you people with your twisted Pan-African mind and your we's all brothers and sisters expectations of people who don't even think like you is beginning to become a big joke. And they're just going to start laughing at y'all more and more. People going to start laughing at you. And, it's so unfortunate. This woman redirecting was showing her the video and of the lady telling her story, and she was asking for donations to help her get back. That is so sad. It's not a laughing matter, but in a minute we're gonna start laughing at you because you need to learn your lesson. You just need to nobody needs to coddle you. You need to learn a lesson, okay? So I just wanted to speak on that again. Like I said, I don't mean to laugh, but it's so sad. It's pitiful. It's pathetic. But you're going to learn who you really are. You're going to go back to your grandparents or what your grandparents said, and you're going to dig into that. You're going to do your genealogy and find out who you really are and where you really belong. And that's when you're going to come to your senses. And these people who have evil minds and evil hearts will never be able to take advantage of us again. Peace.